Next, a picture-book English landscape, half an hour from Adelaide.
It's hard to believe that this two-storey 1860s Georgian cottage once stood derelict in this secluded valley near Oakbank. But it did, until about 18 years ago, when a couple of stud beef cattle breeders decided it might be fun to renovate and supplement their farm income.
We acquired it by default, actually. We purchased some adjoining land to our property so that we could breed more cattle. And when we actually came to settle the property and have a look at the old dwelling that was there, we thought that it had possibilities.
So did it take a lot of restoration?
It did, actually. It was in a terrible state when we bought it. Hippies had camped in there and had fires inside, and they had sheep inside, and the windows were all broken, and it was very neglected, but it did have the potential there. As being a sort of a simple Georgian-style home, it had the bones of being something good.
Gai is not alone in her passion for the property. Her husband, now at home on their farm, was a pretty handy defender during Sturt's golden era back in the late 60s and early 70s.
Oh, cool as you like from the back pocket, Brenton Adcock, and what a great game he's played again today.
So what's an ex-Sturt footy player doing out at Oakbank?
Well, one would wonder, wouldn't they? But I guess when you're playing football, you're very active and you're running around and using a lot of energy. And I'm not one for sitting and watching football, so when football finished, a long time ago in fact, seemed like a fairly logical thing to do is go farming and dig holes and chase cows and plant apple trees and do all those sorts of things.
So what sort of cows are these in the background here?
These are Murray grey beef cattle. They were bred around the turn of the century and have become quite an important commercial animal in the beef industry in Australia. They are highly favoured by the Japanese markets, and they're very placid, as you can see, just sitting here having their morning cup of tea or whatever.
They've got a very picturesque spot, haven't they?
They have. They can sit there.
They're probably the luckiest cows in Australia.
Yep, they have a picnic lunch every day and sit there under a tree or out here in the sun on a day like today. They're pretty contented cattle.
So can people come and wander around the property if they're staying out here?
We are disappointed if people don't go wandering around the property. The guests really enjoy walking the property, and we even go to the trouble in the springtime when the grass starts to grow of actually mowing them a walking track, so they have nothing to worry about. They can walk along a nice mown track and through all the property. We really do enjoy the guests wandering around the place.
Everybody loves it. People can't believe that they can experience such peace and beauty and tranquility just half an hour from the city. A lot of people come up for romantic retreats or honeymoons or just to enjoy a peaceful country break. And it's just the place to let city travel slip away. The peace is incredible. A lot of people say, who needs to travel to England or Tuscany? It's all here.
Apple Tree Cottage is one of 3 cottages on the 200-acre property. Tree Cottage is early Australian style, built of stone and red gum. Lavender Fields offers a taste of Provence, set in a 3-acre garden planted with lavender and pines. Adelaide Hills Country Cottages are just out of Oakbank. Overnight rates start from $160 per couple for Tree Cottage, which includes provisions for a cooked country breakfast. Bookings can be made by calling 8 388 4193.